Wagwan people, wagwan, big up yourself. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello. What's up, my people? What's up? What's up? How are we doing? I am certain una miss my face. I have had a very, very, very busy week, people. Very busy week, but I promised you alive and I am here. So tonight's topic is, of course, an explosive one. I'm certain by now all of my graduates have seen the buzz on social media. You have heard all of the conversations so far, and I think it's time that we discuss it in the court of public opinion. First of all, I want to start this live with a disclaimer. Head Teacher K is in no way affiliated with any legal organization. I am not a qualified or trained lawyer. Anything that I present to you has its sources, which are traceable and are of a secondary source, with the exception of direct communication with the plaintiff. That's right. And for those of you who don't know what the word plaintiff means, the plaintiff is the person who is bringing the case against somebody else in the court of law. So with the exception of that primary source, everything else is secondary. Therefore, I should not be considered an expert in the subject, simply somebody who has done some research and will be presenting a perspective to the audience on social media today. Feel free, of course, to share your wisdom, graduates. And if there are any legal experts in the house, feel free to also place your comments when it comes to any clarification that may be necessary when it comes to Canadian law. Now, remember the rules of the house. Be careful when placing names in the comments. I'm asking you, please, to refrain from any kind of slanderous comments, any kind of libelous comments. Be careful in the comments. Think before you type, okay? Think before you type. We are going to be as open, objective, respectful, and responsible as possible with this discussion, all right? There will be times when I'm off camera, but that's because I'm busy reading stuff and I don't want to look silly with my eyes not focusing on the prize, which is you guys. So big up on a nice clean self. We are going night. You understand? Right. So first of all, let me greet people in the house. Here we go. Right, so let me see who there now, who there. Big up yourself, Lovelace, Wrench in the house, Cindy B, big up yourself. Drea, what, 1969, good evening. Jay Summer, good day. Bro Shaka, big up yourself. Nadine Jackson, good evening. Carrie Crooks, what's going on, sis? Norma Samuels, Wrench in the house. Teacher, you know, say me drop asleep watching Barbie movie and it is boring. Good for you. Who tell you if I watch Barbie? Me no watch it. Proud Legend, good evening. Open topics, big up yourself. All right, we are all here. Flawless Rain, greetings, greetings, greetings. Okay, we are going to get started. So, 2 weeks ago, 99 did a Come Make We Labrish chat. And during this chat, one of the things that came up was the fact that a lot of women are sleeping without protection with their partners. It was an open topic. It's very typical of 99 style to have these kind of discussions where people feel free to call in and share their given opinion or their experiences with the Planketarians, whom are the followers and the subscribers to the channel. Okay. In this discussion, it was one of the concerns of 99 that a lot of women were claiming not to use condoms because they trusted their partners And she was emphasizing that, listen, in this day and age, you've got to be careful. You can't be so trusting that you are not protecting yourselves, particularly from, STIs or STDs, as it's called in some countries. Okay. So, hi, Sharon. I can see you. Hi, Carleen. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Simone. Hey, Patsy. So in this discussion, people called in, they shared their experiences, and one very hot topic hit the forefront of the discussion, as presented by somebody that's referred to as the Disturba in the comments, when she began to talk about PrEP. Now, PrEP is a pre-exposure treatment that helps to prevent the contracting of HIV. We've had all this discussion before where we broke down what PrEP is, what it's used for, and so on. What was particularly explosive about this discussion was the fact that many people were thinking that this is not something that should be done. There was a lot of hesitancy with accepting the use of PrEP. People had their doubts, which is perfectly normal. We are from a culture and a society in Jamaica where third world perspective is not to trust Western medicines. I think that this is particularly heightened when we had the pandemic and there was this whole thing about getting the vaccine and what was behind it and what could be the side effects and stuff like that. I think people are even more paranoid now than they were before. So it wasn't a surprise that many people did not like the idea of taking tablets on a day-to-day basis in order to prevent a virus that, as far as they were concerned, their partners never had, okay, or don't have, right? Now, where things took a bit of a twist in this discussion was the fact that other people called in to counteract the Disturba's perspective that this is something that women can do to protect themselves. The callers that came in with different perspectives kind of unsettled the vibrations of the live. Lots of people were in the comments making certain statements, be it to affirm what the callers were saying or to negate what the callers were saying. Subsequently, the Disturba felt very offended by some of the comments, by the perspectives, who basically said that in order for you to be taking these tablets, one person, I should say, basically said, in order for you to be taking these tablets, you have got to be aware of the fact that your partner is positive HIV status. This was then followed by another call by somebody who read from a primary source, which is the NHS website, the details behind using PrEP, stating that you have to live a certain type of risky lifestyle in order to be considered an opportune candidate for taking PrEP. Okay. Then we had another caller who called in to say that it's not something that you take like a vitamin. It is something that is given to people who may be at a larger risk of contracting the disease due to their lifestyle. Okay. So lots of that was happening. The first caller, as you know from my previous live, I negated and said that this was not a sensible argument. She claimed that she heard this argument in the presence of other doctors and medical professionals. And I stated that that made absolutely no sense because PrEP is not just for people who are of a positive status involved with somebody who is negative. That is just not true. So I presented the facts on that. And I don't think I need to revisit it. Are we clear so far? Are we caught up? For those of you who were not on that live, who did not know what was going on, I hope everybody in the building understand exactly what me are talking about. You understand? All right. So, love your accent. Are you from up north? No, I am not. I am a Midlands girl. Antigua's in the house. Okay. Good evening, Vanessa. Big up your nice, clean self. All right. So we should be aware by now exactly what the background is. The disturber felt quite disgruntled and was observed in the comments going up and down, stating certain things, saying that, she wasn't very happy with how it was handled. She counteracted, she called, she and 99 ended up in quite a bit of a verbal to and fro. And by the end of it, she did not feel satisfied that her voice was heard. Okay. She didn't feel satisfied that her voice was heard. Subsequently, we have now heard, well, we haven't heard, we've seen a leaked retainer document on social media. And a retainer document, for those of you who are not aware, is simply a document that's stating that legal representation has been sought and is in the process of being confirmed for the purpose of litigation, legal action. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna, first of all, share the statement that was made on social media. Well, that was shown on social media alongside the retainer document. Okay. So just bear with me. All right, hold on. It doesn't want to play, but we're going to do this. All right. Tell me if everybody can see it or not. Can we see it or not? Pick up on yourself. It's coming. All right. So the statement says, because it now play, so I'm not gonna mess about. The statement says, heads up, Tatiana has lawyered up. A public apology could have prevented all of this. Shake my head. You're not seeing it, I know. I was contacted last week by a female who goes by the name Tatiana in regards to clearing her name. The topic was about safe sex. She suggested my assistance to get the word out that she is not positive with the A. I am assuming that that A means with the virus, the extreme version of the virus in that statement there, but the person's deliberately removing the name. despite what was sensationalized elsewhere. Tatiana further went on to express that she has intentions to sue based on a suggestive YouTube live involving her name and image on another platform. Interesting that, her name and image. Disclaimer. Such person, because I'm not calling that person's name on my live, was granted permission to repost this retainer as public notification on Tatiana's behalf. Such person in no way suggested the lawsuit. Tatiana asked my assistants to clear her name and sexual status. Okay, so that was a statement that was made along with the actual retainer documents. Okay. Oh, it's showing now. I don't know what the hell was wrong with it before. So let me just show you. See it there. All right, see it there. So it should be loading up in a second. Have a look. Read it for yourself. Make it nice and big. For those of you who wear glasses like me. All right. So remember, this individual remains nameless on my platform. Nobody not put no name in the comments. Don't say anything. Just read it for yourself, okay? So it's saying that a public apology could have prevented all of this. Really? Really? Because the last time I checked, there was definitely a public apology. The last time I checked, the public apology was made. I don't know what kind of lighting this. The last time I checked, the public apology was made. So I don't necessarily believe that the public apology would have changed anything. And I'm going to go into the evidence to show you that a public apology was made. But a public apology could have prevented all of this. I don't necessarily think so. Right? Now, based on what this individual is saying, the reason for the actual suing, the steps to make the suing happen, is now no longer about per se, but is a blatant stating that it's because there is this slander of the person as being positive. Okay? That's what they're saying. They're going after 99 because her name, her image was on that platform from the YouTube live. And that with that, this whole thing about her positive status was sensationalized. So who sensationalized what? Was it 99 who sensationalized her status as being positive or not? I don't know where she's coming from, but that's what this individual says. Notice I did not say this is what Tatiana said. I said this is what this individual is saying. And I'm responding specifically to this individual's summary of the reason for the retainer. It does not necessarily mean that this individual is stating things directly as Tatiana would say it. So please remember that, okay? All right. But no one can call her name. What do you mean by that? No one can call her name. All right. Yes, the image part, Kerry. But as I said, remember, this is a secondary individual. I have not heard Tatiana use this language. So as far as I'm concerned, this is coming from this individual. it does not necessarily make sense in terms of what's actually taking place. Okay. So let me just share something else. We're going to share the statement now. Bear with me. Sorry, the retainer we're sharing now. All right. There we go. Everybody should be seeing the retainer now. The retainer agreement. I'm going to make this larger because we don't really necessarily need to see the logo, do we? Okay. Let's make that nice and big so that everybody can see it. So here we have a retainer agreement. And for those of us who are not sure what a retainer agreement is, a retainer agreement is simply a contractual agreement between a client. It's like a work for hire contract. It's a one-off contract, and it basically is about that client hiring this organization in order to carry out the litigation, okay, to carry out the suing. So it's just basically saying that I am hiring you guys to act on my behalf and giving them basically authority to do their representations and to file whatever documents they need to file. As you can see, let me zoom out. It was sent for signing, so it at the time when this was presented, it had not yet been sent to sent off. It's like the initial stages, right? Okay, so it's the initial stages. That's the retainer agreement sent for her to sign electronically. It says, Tatiana Jackson hereby authorize and retain such and such law professional corporation to act on my behalf with respect to the following matter. Drafting demand letter to Donna Gow demanding that she remove video with slanderous statements and demanding damages for reputational harm. Okay. And such other matters as you may be instructed from time to time, and to take such action, hold on, and to take such action as you may deem advisable, and as I may instruct you either orally or in writing from time to time. Okay. So this is the retainer agreement, and I want to draw your attention. Okay, I know why my camera does that silly thing. It's every time I cover the camera, the lighting goes mad. All right, it's soon settled down. I want to draw your attention to the italics in the middle of the retainer. Okay, so that's the slanty writing. Drafting demand letter to Donna Gow demanding that she remove video with slanderous statements and demanding damages for reputational harm. That is the focus of the suing. This so-called lawsuit is bringing more harm to her image than what she is basing the actual lawsuit on. She clearly has more nerve than sense. Well, take it easy, Kokati, take it easy. Remember, when you're in a teacher class, you know, Mina come with the normal thing, so you just need to hold your horses. As I said, be very careful what you type. Just listen. All right. So it says drafting demand letter to Donna Gow demanding that she remove video with slanderous statements and demanding damages for reputational harm. So she is looking for a letter to be done by the lawyers to be sent off to Donna Gow to ask for an apology, or well, not an apology, to ask for her to remove the video, I would imagine with immediate effect as soon as she gets that letter. And within that video, there are slanderous statements is what she is saying. I'm going to say to you that that is true. All right? I'm going to say to you that that is true. I'm going to say to you that within that video, there are slanderous statements. but they're not by Donegal. They are not by the host of the actual program. They are not done by her. They are not done by the second caller. They are not done by the third caller. Okay. And I'm talking about the callers outside of Tatiana. None of those 2 calls were slanderous in any way. Right? The first call perhaps set the tone, but the comments were indeed slanderous. All right. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, okay? Because once again, we're going to be objective, we're going to be open-minded here. I'm going to show you exactly why I said that that part of her issue holds water. Hold on a minute. Jamaica Queen. You know, say I've been waiting for you to push your head out. Jamaica Queen. And I'm sorry to my graduates, but I'm just going to interrupt myself for just 1 minute. Jamaica Queen, did you come on my page and make a comment under one of my videos, which you subsequently removed? I'm just asking. I'm trying to make sure, Jamaica Queen, that it's not somebody else who's acting under your name and causing trouble. But I'm just saying that I have evidence here of a comment that was made by you under one of my videos. And I'm just making sure that it's not you, because if it is you, Jamaica Queen, I am going to block you with immediate effect. So please clarify for me, for you know. And if it is you, I'm asking you to exit before I make you exit. You did not? You're sure? I really hope so, because what I've got in my ammo, me say as soon as you push out your head, me I go question you about it. Okay. Well, I'm going to accept that for now. So I'm going to ask you, please, just settle yourself, because eyes are on you based on what I am aware of. See there? See there? Look at that. My range said, no, you got to go. So I think it's best you just leave it at that, my love. Me not gonna argue with Marenchas. They got my back, so they must know exactly what they're doing. They are going to block you, Jamaica Queen. I will place the proof in my community, because I do not wish to distract the live. We're going to stay focused. But I think my wrench is going to block you, my love. So there's nothing I can do. Right. Okay. We're going to stick to the topic, right? So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean when I said that there is evidence that this situation did happen, all right? So just bear with me 1 second. Let me just stop this share. And I'm going to show you this video here. Right, share screen. Tell me that you guys can all see this. Tell me this here can be seen. Take a look on my screen. Yes, that's right, Legend. No distraction. We're keeping focused, all right? But I did have to address that, because I said as soon as that person pushes their head out, I was going to definitely do it. So I'm leaving it. All right. All right. Okay. So take a look at my screen. I am going to share with you a screen recording. And this time we're focusing on just the comments. All right. Now look nowhere else. Look on the comments. So obviously you can see that that's taken from 99's page. And this is all about the comments that are here being made during the full duration of the live when the discussion actually started. Okay. So let me jump ahead. So yeah, you can see people are coming in. They're talking about Joshi, etc., etc. All right. All right. So here is one example. This lady always calls in with the same thing, to be honest. Always a true full with brain with the facts. So far, it's going fine. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Then when she starts to talk about the CDC, she starts to talk about various things to do with the medication. You get comments like, no good doctor wants you to take medication all your life, or long term, they want you to get better. Okay, these so far are all opinions. Nothing is wrong. So far, so good. You understand? All right. People are then giving their understanding of what PrEP is. Also, nothing wrong with that. From my understanding, PrEP is taken if you feel the person you are having sex with HIV and you don't want to be exposed. But notice this individual says, from my understanding. That means that this individual doesn't really know anything else. Still nothing wrong with that, and still not a slanderous comment. All right. Let's move on. People are saying CDC is not credible. They're free to believe that. This person giving advice, I would end the topic with her. She's not a doctor, still not suable. Then you have this comment here. At Daddy Kush, because Daddy Kush had made a comment that it was only for homosexuals. So that's one thing they said, but not necessarily relating to anything. You have better you say this, look carefully at where my mouse is. At Daddy Kush with the tick. Better you say it, I say, for persons living a given wild lifestyle. Because when me chats, all dead dog vex. And then there's all these X's. So instantly you've got persons living a given wild lifestyle being accentuated because the person is drawing attention to that particular part of the comments. People are on earth, go and take your pills, go and go take your pills and buy, blah, blah, blah. Your pills mess up your life. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing so far, so good. All right. So, oh, whoa, back up. I missed one. Hold on. Let me go forward a little bit more and then go and look at this. But who takes medication for something that they don't have? From what I understand it is not a preventative, which is wrong. I already spoke to you guys about this. That's a nonsense. We have here, lady, you alone that would take the pills. All right, let me pause. Bam. That's the one I was looking for. Lady, you and your partner stepping out on each other. Go take your pills. We're not taking anything to prevent no HIV. Move. Now, it is my understanding that a previous life had taken place, and it is alleged that the said Tatiana had rung in to speak about the kind of relationship that she has with her partner. I do not know of this to be a fact. This is what I am hearing based on the commentary, based on what people have messaged me and said. I still have not seen evidence of it. So as far as I'm concerned, it's hearsay. If you people in the audience can give me a direct link as to where you found that, then we can tangle. In the meantime, as far as I'm concerned, all of this is hearsay because I have not seen the evidence of her involved in any lies, stating that she and her partner was in is the KK, I'm coming to that. She and her partner are involved in any open relationship. I have no evidence, okay? But a lot of the commentary here is attacking what they seem to know about the lady and her partner. So if this is in fact alleged and it's not true, this in itself is slander if it is not true, okay? If it is not true. Let me jump. All right, let's go and watch. Look at the comments, because this is where the problem started more than anything else. So this is when she rang back in. And when she rang back in, we had, you know, certain things being done to kind of, you know, chide her along, singing song Jingle Bells and all of that. They're warning her not to disrespect the second caller. Another, what seems to be admin using Donegal is commenting, right? You're getting all kind of comments about a person. None of this is suable, you know, people. None of them something you're suable, you know. None of them. But I'm going to say this, that a lot of people in the comments were actually stating that she's only taking it because of her lifestyle. She's only taking it because maybe there is somebody who does have the thing. So, go and watch. Okay, go and watch. Okay, bam. Look at Odette's comments. Lady, now you are letting us know that your partner have the monster. Look at Yolanda's comments. Miss, you're living a certain lifestyle. That's your business. We're not here. Just keep watching. Comments from admin as well, kind of, you know, pushing the situation rather than trying to calm it down. Madam, I don't me see it there, but you behave yourself. All right. And you know what was interesting? I noticed that a lot of people in the comments were actually referring to the tablet by some random name. They weren't even getting the name right. They were calling it Trivago, which is actually Trivogo, a different thing. Anyway. So people are saying preventing HIV, nobody asked you to. Go take your pills. We're good over here. Go watch, man. Let me jump it. It says antiretroviral is used to treat HIV. You don't take it unless you have HIV. So make sure you get the point. And now go and watch. And now go and watch. it carried on and it carried on. There were several, and I'm not going to show too much more. Coming out, help your case, Tatiana, right? But what I'm going to say is this. Several people in the comments were stating that the reason why she's taking it is because either she's positive or her partner is positive. It was up and down the comments. It was made by several people. It was not made just by one person. So the question is that everybody is asking, can 99 be sued based on the actions of people in her comments? Can she be sued as the platform holder, despite the fact that she did not make those comments in the first place? And this is what I'm going to say. Yes, you can. All right. Yes, she can. And I'm going to explain why she can in a minute. All right. So let me just get rid of this screen so that I can explain exactly why it is that 99 can be sued for this. All right. I need you guys to understand about defamation in Canada and how it's handled, how it's treated. Okay. First of all, let's know the difference between the different types of defamation. You've got written defamation, which is libel, and you've got spoken defamation, which is slander. All right. Now, the spoken defamation would only come from the first caller, as far as I'm concerned, who called in on the live and made the statement that she made, that she was around doctors and lawyers and it doesn't make sense, and you know, nobody takes the tablets unless you have the disease, right? Not the subsequent callers, as far as I'm aware. The libel, which is the written form of defamation, is not mentioned in the retainer, but it does not mean it can't be included, because remember, the retainer said, and for any other instructions that she might give. Okay. So I think it's important for you to understand how defamation is treated in Canada. A plaintiff has a right to sue if they feel that harm has come to their reputation. When it comes to looking at online or, you know, cyber defamation, it does not have to be that the individual who is facilitating the discussion or whatever is the person who said something slanderous or typed anything libelous. So if it can be proven that on that person's platform there were people actually writing things in the comments that were considered to be libel, then because it is owned by that person and that person has not removed that item, it can be considered a suable offense. Yeah. So as to whether or not it is possible that she can be sued, it is possible that she can be sued for it because she's the holder of the platform. And on that platform, there are people making allegations, slanderous allegations against her reputation, stating things that are not true. If she can prove that these things are not true and that these comments that are made, not by 99, but the comments that are made are defamatory on that platform, and they are still visible, being accessed by more than one person. It literally just has to be one other person seeing it. It doesn't have to be thousands, one other person seeing it. It isn't even necessary for the person whom the case is being brought against to actually defend it. The evidence just has to be presented and the harm is justified. I want to know. Listen carefully to what I am saying. As to whether or not she's been egged on by another blogger who has it in for 99, I don't know. The person is claiming that they had nothing to do with it, but I don't trust. So I don't know about that, but I'm going to say that I have been in touch. Well, at least she reached out to me. And I'm going to read what you remember that 99 did a subsequent live, and on the subsequent live, she said that, she received some note from Tatiana and she can't be bothered to go into it and blah, 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 and that done and gone and whatever. Tatiana was trying to reach out with regards to the letter or the note that she sent to both her and, the other Brata platform holder. And I'm just going to read the actual note that was sent because that note was never read. So I'm going to read it. The only reason why I'm not screen showing it or whatever, I didn't screenshot it, and I don't want her profile to show in my messenger. All right. So, although I'm sure I would if I already have it. So what about the disclaimer that 99 has on her account? Nah, irrelevant. Cocotti, irrelevant. Leggy. Then if that's we platform holders can sue everyone based on comments, and yes, we can. Yes, Leggy. So say, for example, remember now, I'm speaking specifically on the information that I've read about Canada. Yes, not necessarily about the UK, but from what I've read about Canada. But you know that Canada and the UK have got kind of bilateral conditions where they have certain things in common and agreements in common. But essentially what it's saying is that if on your platform where people can access the information, where they can see the information, the defamatory statements are there, then you are enabling other people to access the libelous comments and walk away with an impression of the person by not removing it. It's a very quick fix, though, because all 99 and her admin has to do with due diligence is to remove them. Remove them. Comb through all of your comments on that particular live and remove anything that's libelous against the individual. It doesn't make sense playing hardball in situations that actually have got legislations to challenge it. I think it's important that we're wise about certain things and pick and choose our battles sensibly. Now, I am not saying that she couldn't countersue if, for example, in that retainer, we were seeing her saying that she's going after her for her stating slanderous things or her stating libelous things, but she was very specific in the retainer. It's the comments. It's the comments and the access of the comments to the public. And in which case she has got the ability to apply for damage. Now, mind you, guys, listen, this is a civil case. It's not a criminal one. And in a civil case, there is actually a cap on how much money you can go for. It ain't going to be that much, but it's money, right? And it's important that due diligence is happening. Go through the comments, delete anything that has said something that is considered libel against the woman. Just do it. You understand me? But yeah, let me carry on. I'm going to go to the letter that she said that she sent to Brata platform holder and 99. And I'm going to read it, okay? And I'm just going to cover her. her thing. She gave me permission to share the letter, guys. So don't think that I'm just sharing this and being sneaky about it. No, she gave me full permission to share the letter. I asked her permission and she said, go ahead. So just to show you that it's her. Let's see if I can Wolande. I go screenshot that. And then me I go so. And then me I go scratch out her picture. So uno no see the picture. I mean, no, so the planka eye them very sharp, you know. But just so you see that it is her name, and then I'll read it. Okay. Bam. Gallery. Oh, we gonna take out that. All right. Okay. All right. So I don't know how my camera is gonna work. Can you guys see? You can see? Yes. All right. Okay. So that's just me telling her that she took a big risk going on the platform with that information, that the audience is wide and the levels of intelligence is varied. So she took a risk when coming on there for teach about no flipping prep. Then she responds. All right. Okay. So here is the letter. Good night, Brata platform holder. I wanted to apologize for redirecting my anger towards you the other night, but in all fairness, and as the educated woman that you are, please listen keenly to the woman's response to my recommendation. And please keep in mind that my recommendation was in response to the numerous comments from people who said they don't use condoms. Listen to the video and you will hear for yourself. The woman said verbatim that PrEP is for individuals who are living with a certain lifestyle, who are knowingly sleeping with a person who is HIV positive. And there are two there, because there is the fact that one said that you're living a certain lifestyle, but the previous one, which is the first caller who claimed she was amongst the medical professionals, said who are knowingly sleeping with a person who's HIV positive. Auntie Donna then repeats what the lady said, asking her to clarify if PrEP is for individuals who are knowingly sleeping with someone that is HIV positive as a means to protect themselves from catching the disease. The lady proceeds to again say, yes, that is exactly what it is intended for, followed by Auntie Donna saying that it's very fishy to her that someone would take PrEP if they didn't already know. They didn't already know that their partner is sick. Auntie Donna didn't say that. She didn't. She didn't say that. She did not say that it's fishy. She said she didn't say that it's fishy, and I know she didn't say that because I literally downloaded the audio and I have it transcribed. Now transcription is not obviously 100% accurate because it doesn't recognize patois, but I went through it and cross-matched it, and that is not what she said. So let me go to what Auntie Donna actually said, because I have the script here. She definitely didn't say that. But she's the one that brought her business on a public platform. What business though? What business on a public platform? So 99 can sue all platforms that defame her character in the comment section. Favor girl, I would hope so. But like I said, I am only speaking about Canadian law. Okay. I am only speaking about Canadian law. Remember, my research today is very specific. I am not jumping across boundaries and countries. I am speaking specifically about Canadian law, okay? So I can only say from a Canadian legal perspective, it is suable, right? Counter sue 99 and done. Well, that is it, all right? So she's saying that she basically said that it's very fishy. That's not what she said. So at the top here, when this person called in, man, this transcript was 15 pages long, people. 15 pages long, but I went through it and picked out everything that was said. Okay. So I highlighted the key points when the person called in. There we go. What 99 said was, so you've got, it's been out since 2012. I don't feel like it should, and then 99 goes, I don't feel like it should be promoted over here. No, I don't know if it is safe. Then you went, then she goes, yeah, don't promote it. And then you, Tatiana, went, no, I'm not trying to promote it. Just giving people, like so many people do not know to use it. And then you went on saying that there are alternatives to prevent the disease, to save your life, to prolong your life, just so you know. Then 99 says, at no point in time is Auntie Donna promoting unsafe sex. It is sad to say that Jamaica and later and around the world, 90% of females and males not using condoms, 90% of them, I'm going to say 99, not using condom. Then you went on, because people are not using it, and it's so sad. And when it is our protection from the outside entities and the outside diseases and everything that come, you should understand. And then she went on, and the call came. I'm at work. Good night. I'm at work, and I work in the medical field. So I was just around my doctors and nurses. I opened my phone to the equation. Remember, this is not verbatim because it's a dictation and it doesn't understand patois. But anyway, I opened my phone to the equation that the lady talked. I opened my phone so that I could hear the lady talk. They say it makes no sense. A person would not want to take trivia in advance, because she called it trivia, right? Not having a diagnosis. They said they don't know which human being is going to take something like that in advance. They were just listening to the conversation when I opened up the phone. Okay. And then 99 says, oh, so she shouldn't. And then the person went on to say, the nurses, they said they have been in the medical field, in it for 25 years, 30 years. They have never heard somebody taking HIV medication in the absence of the disease. Then she went, well, oh, okay, yes. So the person who, and then she directs it to you. So to the person who is calling in, the doctor said that it's not recommended for you to take it in advance. Okay. Maybe you need to cool off, is what she said, because sometimes it takes some of these things, it might affect your health later in life. No, but later down in the line, it may come and affect your body. You understand? I don't know. Right? So nothing was mentioned about it being fishy. And then when the second person called, the second caller, it says, hold on. Yeah, you came and you started talking about the medical things, talking about, you know, the fact that it's not an opinion, it's fact, which is true. But when the other person called, all the person said was that it was about if you have got certain risky lifestyles. People in the comments then started talking about, particularly a few of the people in the comments who stated that your lifestyle was a problem, which is one particular renter. You understand me? So Tatiana, now I understand why it is that you made that comment when I put up the post about that renter in my community page. Right? Okay, she's messaging. I can't listen to the second call because I'm not touching Donna's content. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about it, but I'm going to go to the second call in terms of looking at what was said. All right, I'm going to look at what was said by the second caller. Bear with me. Let me find it. Okay. So the second caller says, So I'm listening to that caller. Good night, Auntie Donna. I'm listening to that caller. The PrEP is recommended for people that is living a certain lifestyle. That means if you are knowingly sleeping with somebody with HIV and you yourself don't want to catch it, because people with HIVs in relationship with people that don't have it. So therefore, you can take PrEP to protect yourself against it. You're not just going to get up and take PrEP randomly, just because you might sleep with somebody with HIV, because that is not the only disease you can catch that can't be cured. HIV isn't the only one. 99, so that person did say that, okay? That person did say that, so I stand corrected. That person also said that, okay? Now, it then went on. Well, help me to understand. That is 99 now. So you are saying PrEP is for person sleeping with person knowing they have HIV and they are knowing the person have it? That's a question. That is a question, not a statement. That is a question. So in asking that question, 99 is clarifying. Are you saying PrEP is for the person sleeping with person knowing they have HIV and they are knowing the person have it? Question mark. The person then responds knowing, yeah, it is recommended for those people. Yes, it is recommended for those people. So if I'm in a relationship and I'm not worried that my partner is cheating on me, or I'm not thinking they possibly might catch it, I don't need to take it. How can I be in a relationship with taking PrEP to protect against my partner that I'm living with unless I know that they are at risk? But it's not a vitamin. You don't get up and take that vitamin every day. It's not a vitamin. You're taking it to protect yourself. So she then responds, yes, so you know that might prevent the disease. If the person responds, if you're messing with somebody, yes. It's about reducing the chance of catching it so you can live like a normal life. That's what the purpose is for. So it and then she comes off and she goes, thank you so much, and so on. 99 still not say it fishy. Yes, she says, we can't find it. It kind of sounds funny to me. For me, if you get up and I take PrEP every day, and I take PrEP and know you're not sick, sound kind of fishy. She said that, but she did not say that it's fishy because of you. She did not say it's fishy because that person has to be positive. She didn't. Right? Okay. What is I'm gonna left that one alone, sis? Me no want a problem. What is this? Just retract your comment. What she say? What KK say? I want to see it. What KK say? She retract it. This is another eye opener. I hope it bring awareness to other bloggers. Yes. So when she said that, Tatiana, I'm getting that she's saying it sounds kind of fishy to get up and take PrEP every day. You are interpreting it that she is implying or suggesting that you may be positive or your partner may be positive. I don't know if that is enough evidence to prove that she's thinking that or to assume that she's thinking that. She never called your name. She was responding to the individual's scenario that was being discussed. I think the only leg you have to stand on is the comments, because in the comments is where it went down really heavily. And in 99's defense, her admin can easily clean it up. Her admin should clean it up, because I went through the comments and I said to myself, okay, these comments, no way, that's definitely not okay. If she goes through and deletes those comments, Tatiana, isn't that enough to show some kind of social responsibility and to respect the fact that some libel did take place and that it could cause harm to your reputation? I'm trying to figure out why it is that you are going down the route of suing on a platform where you spent ages coming online, communicating, doing your science and your facts, because that is how you're known, coming on with some fact or some science or something. So people, you know, kind of expect that from you. But you spent lots of times calling in, even sharing presumably details about your relationship. I don't know. I haven't heard it, but that's what people are saying, right? Allegedly. If you have come on a platform and you have had this kind of rapport with the platform holder for such a period of time, I think what hurt you is the fact that nobody listened to your initial letter. Okay, right, I'll carry on. So Brata holder, for the love of God, please tell me how that comes across to the thousands of individuals who watch the show. It would sound as though Tatiana is sleeping with someone that is HIV positive, would it not? Do you understand the levels of damage that could potentially befall my partner? Do you realize how ignorant, ill-informed, and illiterate statements like that can completely ruin an individual's entire life and career? Do you realize the scandals and disastrous repercussions that can result from that woman making those stupid remarks? My partner is someone that is very well known, and false narratives like this getting into the wrong hands can completely ruin a person's entire life. The amount of texts and phone calls that I received after the live was done from friends and family had me in tears and in a panic and absolutely sick to my stomach to know that I tried to do something kind by informing people about alternative means of protection, and my partner's entire life could have been destroyed by one woman's ignorance. If she used her common sense, she would realize that not everyone on the live has just one sexual partner. Husbands and even wives cheat and bring things home to their partners all the time. Some people are swingers, and the list of reasons go on. I already said on the live in the past. So here you are confirming it, Tatiana. I already said on the live in the past that my partner and myself sometimes have encounters with people outside of our relationship. Hence the reason for my taking that preventative measure. So you have stated that you are a person who has indulged in risky actions. So the second caller saying that, why would I take it unless I know there is a risk? That part of her argument is true. She did say that, you know, you only take it if you know your partner has it. That's not true. It isn't. But the rest of it is true. In terms of you having a risky lifestyle, it would make sense for you to take the PrEP because your lifestyle is risky. You're stating here that you have had encounters with people outside of your relationship. So it makes perfect sense for you to be on PrEP. It does. It's clinically proven that PrEP prevents people from contracting HIV. So wouldn't it be a beneficial safety measure for all the individuals who admitted to not using condoms in a world where you never know what your partner is doing 24/7, 365? But instead of seeing the benefits, the lady took the counterproductive route by making very slanderous and potentially damaging statements that only help to discourage women from making informed decisions about their health, as well as stigmatizing the individuals who chose those preventative measures for themselves. But in your own statement, you have said that this lady is the one who presented the counterproductive, slanderous, and potentially damaging statements. You're the one who's pointing out that it was this caller who started the problem. But what I'm going to say is that 99 did not say that. Even if 99 says, well, that's fishy to be taking it every day and not knowing if your partner's ill or not, that's an opinionated statement. That's not something that is stating that, oh, you, Tatiana, you have got some suspicion there because something is wrong in your relationship. That's not an accusation directed at you. That's a response, a direct response to what that caller was saying. Okay. The only thing I see here is libel. I don't see slander, not from 99's perspective. Look at things from my side. People were in the comments calling my name, saying all manner of things about me based on that woman's disgusting behavior. And that is true. And as the massive platform that Auntie Donna is, she only made it 100 times worse with her responses. Yes, the lives are fun and jokes, but not when things are said that could destroy the lives of innocent people. That was so unfair and so disgusting. I'm still angry to this very moment. So when you came on and defended this woman, it only added fuel to the fire. Brought a platform holder didn't defend the woman. Brought a platform holder simply came on, talked to you about the fact that you called the people them dunce and that was disrespectful. And then she simply came on and gave you a quote directly from the NHS website. There is no to-ing and fro-ing between brought a woman and the previous caller. She wasn't reinforcing. She wasn't doing anything. She was clarifying. So just to get her out of it altogether, that was not the point of her call, right? No one deserves that as payback for a kind gesture. People have families and loved ones, children, parents that can be affected by such slander. It is not okay. I didn't deserve that at all. Okay. Oh, few things coming up. Yes, that's true. Tatiana, I realized that she did say it was fishy, but I still say that it was in response to the female that called and the things that she was saying. She said, because I just find it funny that you would get up taking prep every day. Yeah, I've literally just read that. So yes, that sounds fishy to me. That is what she said. All right. This is what I'm going to say, people. This is a very classic case of, but it was she who outed herself by comments on the live. No one knew her identity before that. That's not true, Dawn, because she's known to the platform. As a matter of fact, when she came on and started speaking, instantly, I have found, if you go back to the live and look at the comments, people straight away started putting her name in the comments. The moment she came on and started speaking, they said, oh, here comes Tatiana, or it was called, oh, here comes the Disturba. They knew exactly who she was the moment she started speaking. She didn't out herself. They knew who she was. Okay. When she started making, when they started making the comments, of course, she went into the comment section and started blazing it up and cussing people and going back and forth. So, you know, those who may not have known, there is now a wider percentage of the audience that now knows. Okay. So she has not helped herself by exposing herself to further harm by coming into the comments and speaking, but significant people on that live knew exactly who she was. Okay. Tatiana, I know that you have made up your mind. In the discussion that we had, I made it clear to you that I do not see the reason for going down the legal route, but you are insisting that this is how you're wanting to do it. I've got nothing to say about that, okay? But you are really going to have to prove the damage that was done to you, if there is any damage. I genuinely believe that 99 acted as somebody who was ignorant of the subject, and she even declared that at the very beginning. However, I do think that there needs to be some social responsibility, that the comments that were made, and this is how these people in the comments cause all kinds of problems with how they run up and down on platforms, call people's names and say all kinds of slanderous, disgusting things and type it. You understand? And I always say, stop typing people's names, stop saying certain things in the comments. And you do not realize that in some legislations, it can affect the person who holds the platform and still has such things up and those chats accessible to the public. It is the fact that it is accessible to the public. Say, for example, she still just had up the video and the live chat was removed. If she had taken off that live chat, deleted the live chat altogether, okay, it will minimize certain things. But guess what? If somebody can screenshot it, then it's assumed that several can screenshot it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if one other person, the law says if just one other person, and this is specifically to do with internet defamation, if just one other person is able to download that information or capture that information, harm is assumed. Harm is assumed. So we have got to recognize that there are certain times that we've got to draw the line. Okay? And while I do not blame 99 for the conversation, I do not blame her for what people are saying. It is not her fault. I am saying the right thing to do is to go through the comments and remove those statements that were being made and do some kind of damage control. I cannot comment on whether or not Tatiana is going to carry on. I cannot comment on whether or not the disclaimer is going to be effective. But what I can comment on is that no disclaimer removes harm through defamation. Okay? Hold on a second. Yeah. It's interesting because I have up that same website. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not going to say anything about the slander per se. Slander per se, that defamation that involves unprivileged publication of a false assertion of fact that is considered so damaging, it is presumed to cause harm to the plaintiff. That's right. And does not require them to prove actual damages. This is exactly what I've just said. Okay. Miss, don't make anyone happy to go to court because you also say a lot. Well, that is true. I am convinced. Was government name mentioned? Janice, yes, her government name was mentioned in the comments. But she is not responsible to the people commenting. No, what you're missing. All right. Let me try to explain this a little bit clearer. It's like say, me have one book, and in my book, me not write nothing in the book, you know. But me have the book, and somebody come and they write, this a person here is HIV positive in the book. Then I take the book and I start to market the book. I start to put the book on every shelf. I start to print the book several times. I put the book in Waterstones. I put the book in Times Store. I put the book in a Songsters. I put the book in a Amazon. Listen to what I'm saying. And now me write the book, right? I am just the editor, so to speak, yeah, right? But I have several other writers who are working along, the person writes in the book. And then the book go all over the place and everybody read the book. When them get the book, them open it and say, hey, look in the book, so and so have HIV. And everybody starts to read it. When the person find out say it's in there, so the person can sue not just the person who write it, but them can sue the person who put the book out on the marketplace. They can sue the person. They can sue the person who market the book. Them can sue everybody because you are facilitating the access to the libelous statements. That's what I am trying to say to you. That's what I'm trying to say to you. The damage will not be huge financially, okay? It will not be huge financially. The economic damages that can be claimed, there is a cap on it. There is a level to it. You understand? It's not gonna be a lot of money, but it's a lot of aggro. It's a lot of stress. It's being pulled through the courts for stuff that you don't want to be pulled through the courts for. So I am just saying to you, she will go to court and it get dashed out. Not convinced, Leggy. Not convinced at all. I'm not saying that she cannot. It's full of legislation. Here people sue for simply little things. That is it. That is it, Rowena, and I win. And them win. I won't bash the wrenches. All they have to do, if a comment don't make sense, just delete it, even if the person is your friend. Correct. And also, as wrenches, be careful with the things that you say. I get what you're saying. Basically, you're saying that the Disturba can sue Auntie, but she will have to prove she has been affected. Correct. Unique, one of the wrenches is very disrespectful and she never block a bad comment. Correct, KK. I have seen it myself. I'm tired of these people claiming they're going to sue. I'll know. Well, let us see. Time will tell. Look how them call 99 government name every day. Miss 99 have solid case against them all. Yes, she does. She does, which is why I think 99 is kind of smiling at the moment. She seems to be getting ready for something. She seems to be getting ready for something. Well, 99 sue every platform. Donna should sue for calling her the B word. Well, you know, is the B word slander? Or is it defamation, or is it just so okay, so I don't have to prove I was affected. Okay, fair enough. That is actually true. Yes. So somebody was saying something up here. That is true. Just got a reminder. Listen. Remember what I said that I read. That once it's proven that statements were made that are defamatory, that the plaintiff was alluded to by the terms, meaning that you don't even have to say Tatiana whole name. You can just say upsetter and them know say Tatiana. You can just say Tatiana first name. It is going to be assumed that there is harm. I'm saying to you, it's going to be assumed that there is harm, which means that you don't have to prove anything other than prove the libel. You understand? Present the libel or the slander. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is say, look what them say about me. Yes. This is all me know say me. Yes. That's defamation. I'm suing for that. That is all. All I can say, hey, teachers opened up a lot of blogger eyes this afternoon. Yes. So you see, what's a countersue? So a countersue is when you're deciding that you have got grounds on which to go against all the claims and stuff like that. So say, for example, if they're stating that these statements came from the platform and then it's photoshopped and it's come from a different platform, and you can prove that it's not from your platform, then you can't go on through with that. You understand me? That is what me I talk about. Not to mention how she went to the first platform and called people, swear at people. Swearing at people is not defamation, guys. Come on, let's not mix up the trivial stuff. If she went to a platform and cuss out people asshole, that is not going to get her sued. You know what I'm saying to you? It's if she said something that can cause proven harm. Somebody calls you a bitch. There's no way that that's going to harm your earnings or have an impact. You have to prove these kind of things. You have got to have systematic evidence to prove that it's caused you harm. And I'm saying, I don't know what evidence Tatiana has. I don't know what she can prove. I don't know what the setup is in terms of, you know, what she's kept. And I don't know that. I won't be privy to that. But I'm saying that forget what Tatiana can do. Focus on what 99 can do to help herself in the situation. Delete the comments, remove the live chat so that it does not grow, because every day other people, she said the live was uploaded without the comments. Not true, Jessica. Jessica, were you absent from class? I literally just showed you all the comments. What are you saying? I literally just showed it to you. So no, the comments are there. My auntie afraid of lawsuit. She have her lawyer them and well advised. Yeah, well, hey, everybody about Brad and my love. Everybody about Brad. Mina say anything else. I am presenting to you the evidence, the facts. I'm telling you what can be done in the courts of law based on the research that I have done. I'm telling you that it is not, Kay, she was arguing the comments too. Isn't that egging on the situation? Yes, I would say that. So if it is that 99 wants to counter, so she can build up this whole thing about the fact that she added to the harm that she incurred. She can build up that picture. She can do all of that research on her own. But my fundamental response to you guys was whether or not there is a case. And I am telling you there is. Okay? I'm telling you there is. She was arguing in the comments too that I hope 99 gets some depression medication. What? If she deletes her live, she will have no proof. I never said to delete her live, KK. I said remove the comments, sweetheart. I'm saying remove the comments. She can screen record all of her comments, right? And have that as her evidence, okay? But I'm saying remove them. Remove them is what I am saying. Delete the comments, shut off the live chat on that particular video. That is all I am saying. It reduces the damage. It stops the spread of the libel. You know, whoever has it, but I'm telling you the harm is already assumed. I'm just saying that just to mitigate in terms of the damage claim that can go forward, use common in it. That's how I say use common. Use common. You understand? So no, do not delete the live. It's the comments. She can private the video. She don't have to delete. Even all that legit. All that. You understand me? All that would make sense. All of that would make sense. So, you know, I know that we as a people, we you know, particularly the Planketarians, I know that on the back, Brad. I know that on always gunning, and I know that on always ready for the battle and ready for the war, especially when it comes to on a 99, right? But I'm saying to you guys that, okay, all that bravado is admirable because you are defending and you're having somebody's back. And if you truly, truly love this lady, as you say, be careful what some of you type in the comments. Do not go claiming certain things. I had to go under my Jamaican Carlos video and I had to be deleting, and I'm still not finished deleting all kinds of things that were allegations, things said about other people, bringing in third party in the conversation and all kind of stuff, because I have to be responsible for my platform and I have to have that social responsibility. I mean, I have no big ratted team. I just me. So me have to take my time and go through that and make sure that that nonsense is not there. So I have to demonstrate that responsibility, because I do not want somebody else going, you are defaming my character by allowing this crap to take place on your platform. You understand me? You know, this lady said, Donna posted the live without the comments and she screenshot it before, so I'm confused. Oh, I'll tell you what happened there, Jessica. I'll tell you what happened. It happened to a lot of people. And I don't know if you heard other people complaining about the fact that YouTube was not saving the live chat. YouTube has changed the presentation of where the live chat actually is. And by changing the presentation of the live chat, it looked like the live chat had deleted, but you have to do one swiping thing because it gone in a one funny location. You have to swipe and then the live chat pops up. So it's still very much there, okay? 99 has been through so much by those evil people. I'm telling you, you know, but I'm going to say this. In this case, I am not going to call Tatiana evil. I'm going to say that she called in. She had a rank attitude. I've already told her that. She had a rank attitude. She was arrogant. She was disrespectful, right? She came out and she called people dunce, and she had no right to do that. So that came across as condescending. That put people's backs up. Nobody had any interest in hearing what she had to say, because they instantly went like this because you called people dunce, which was rude. You understand? But that aside, the information that she presented to the platform was actually good information. It was about educating people, but because of her mannerism, how she came across when she brought that nugget of information, nobody was interested anymore. And I think that importantly, in terms of accountability for Tatiana, she should know how to read the damn room. I said it before, it was the wrong time, the wrong place, it was the wrong person. You understand? You cannot go like a bull in a china shop trying to rearrange things when it's pitched against you. You don't fit, right? Now, when you're getting that kind of that negative comeback, a good thing that you could have done, which would have minimized your own damage and your own harm, was to not return to that platform at that given time, right? Now, after the first call came in, then it was a case of, okay, I'm going to call and I'm going to do this dance thing. It all went AWOL, right? Now, that first call, honestly, I wish to God if we could do a do-over, that first call should have been shut down, because, you know, because 99 is unaware of the subject, I think that it should have been ended right there. Listen, I don't know anything about prep and I can't bother talk about it. And interestingly enough, a couple of people in the comments said, stop this discussion, Donna, because you don't know anything about prep. A couple did say it, it's there, okay? So let me go through yes or no and say, what will you comment? My God, I'm not talk so much. I'm if you follow all of this. The followers are the biggest problem on social media in the name of love. That's why I always say everyone can control their comment section as long as they set rules. If they don't go by the rules, you block them. Simple. What about the disclaimer? The disclaimer is irrelevant. It's got nothing to do with anything. But Kay from the lady calling it don't spread out. Even if nobody never comments. But unfortunately, Colleen, people did comment, and that's the issue. Hey, teacher, how much can one person take? Mighty God, she's always making trouble on the lives, and Donna always have to be defending her. Well, there's trouble and there's trouble. When the commenters hear the platform holders say they can't control them, that's what they want to hear, to be disrespectful in the comments. Yep. Her arrogance turned off everybody. Absolutely. No. She always wants to dictate to Donna what to do and say, but that is for Donna to put her in her place and tell her to, get off my phone. It's my show. So I can't look at her and say that she's out of order for always wanting to take over. If anybody try to take over this, me, I'm making no straight, so you can't do it. You understand me? So it really is about, if you're the host of a program, you have got to have that assertion to say, listen, it's my way or the highway at this point, because you are taking over. So, what is about that? I never know what prep is, and that's fine. A lot of people didn't know. Okay, I think 99 should just stick to her love connection, funny jokes, and leave big things alone. Absolutely, not without information. That name can be called because that is who's being discussed. Yes, Norma, yeah, that's right. You can call Tatiana's name. It is who's being discussed. She's aware that we are discussing this. So it's not, so it's fine. You do not need to delete it if they write that. I think Donna was also eager to learn about the item. Yes, honestly, I didn't know that there was such a pale disruptor. Opened my eyes. That's it. Well, if it's like that, all these call-in shows need to be terminated. You see, that's why Leggie's smart. I tried that. The only call-in thing I tried doing was the one where you click on the link, and I think because I did a complicated one, people were like, no, Sam, I forgot to type in my name and I'll join. So they didn't bother. But I will never put a phone number out for anybody to call in and discuss anything, because it's so hard to manage what could come out of their mouth. It's so difficult to protect your platform, because you let in all sorts. It's like, I prefer pre-arranged people. And I think that's why I put that barrier on my link, that you had to put a name in and stuff, and it needed to link to the name on your thing. So if there was no name and there was no, I think you had to put in an email address or something, you wouldn't get through to me. So I think that's why I did that, because I just don't trust people. You don't know what people will come on your page and start saying. You understand me? Right? So you mean to tell me she's not satisfied with the other platform who highlighted her story? Well, why she sends you those messages? You know why she sent me those messages, Jessica? She sent me those messages because she appreciated the live that I did, where I clarified that PrEP is not just for people with HIV. That's why she reached out. It isn't, and I made that very, very, very clear that it isn't, and that ignorance is because our community is not educated about these things, and we are suspicious of Western medicine, which I understand, because we've heard horror stories about people, taking vaccines and doing stuff, taking tablets and ending up very, very sick. So I can understand the suspicion, but in this regard, PrEP has been heavily researched, and it's being used by people all over the world who may be exposed to risk, maybe at a higher percentage or a higher degree of risk than other people, but you do not have to be positive. And I think that's the fundamental thing that some of the commenters were missing. You don't have to have a positive partner at all, okay? Coming social media complaining, how will this help her though? Boy, I will teach you all my life to have video callings. Thank you, Leggy. Thank you. Because me enough use this link Cynthia. Her accusations can be sued for. What accusations can you show? That is what all people say. You pay dear filler. And okay, yes, it is true. All right. So guys, I know not necessarily the news you wanted to hear. But I am just trying to be open, be honest, and to fully explore how we can do things differently and learn from things, right? I'm not into the kind of cover up and pretend like say no succumb and we're gonna fight for this. And I would if there was a way that I saw that this could go any differently. All I'm saying is that we have to be wise about how we handle people's reputation. Now, obviously, now the onus is on her, on the plaintiff to prove the damages. That part of it is probably where 99 may have lots of grounds to stand on. But I'm just saying that whether or not an action can take place is not an argument. It's about when it comes to damages has a monetary cost attached to it. And I think that when it comes to damages, that has to be proven. Whereas if it comes to, in terms of how much you're going for, because you're going to set your amount, you understand? But all I'm going to say is that let us as followers, let us as people in the comments learn to be responsible about how we handle the information that we put out. Be careful that you do not state certain things, because I have got the comments recorded that clearly shows me that there were people in there stating that well, and they sorry that people, my husband just bring me sugar cane. I beg your pardon. Thanks. Stating that I'm not going to repeat it, but basically saying some things that were considered defamation. You understand me? We have to be careful not to do these things. People like to say them big, bad and bold, and them can just chat and type and say anything they want to say because them bad behind keyboard. But the time is coming where people are being held accountable for such actions. And honestly, I do hope that because I know that 99 was ignorant of everything and that she did not mean any harm and that it was not, and she even apologized and said that she apologizes on behalf of, the commenter. She's apologizing on behalf of the caller. She apologized on behalf of everybody, even though she herself did not say. And it's such a shame that a relationship that was built on mutual respect, where Tatiana and 99 were concerned, has gotten to this level, okay? And I'm going to speak directly to Tatiana here, because Tatiana, I think that I know you are angry. I know you are distressed. I know you are going through a range of emotions. But remember that despite the fact that you ended up on the enemy line doing your interview or whatever, remember that there was a time when you enjoyed being in the company of 99, when you enjoyed being on that platform, when you were communicating and calling in comfortably, saying what you had to say, and, showing her that maximum respect. And it is a shame that you did not feel that you got that back. And I feel that misunderstanding could have easily been buried. And I still think it can be buried, because I still think that should you and 99 have a discussion off air, that she would look at things differently now that she sees the lengths that you are going to prove how hurt you have been by this whole thing. Okay. It is important that your emotions are not dismissed, but likewise, I think it's important that you recognize there was a reason that you respected and admired her in the first place, and that should not just be swept away for the sake of going for money or damages or, whatever. Sometimes there has to come a point in relationships that people are open to have dialogue and conflict resolution through mediation, but without having to go to the lengths of litigation. Because once those things happen, it's like enmity for life, right? And I don't think it was intended that your entire life would be in turmoil because of this. And God forbid if any of those people were in your inbox saying all kinds of nasty things and stuff. I really hope that was not the case, right? And I am certain that just as much as your family members can see that these comments were made and it wasn't true and stuff, that they will equally hear lies like mine, where I'm saying that it wasn't true, and that there are other voices that would be going out to say it wasn't true, to reduce the damage and to balance it. Okay. Anyway. Wow, Mr. My admin, them a sharp shooter, and them a go them a go fast about the place. From she said the words to 99 should have no conversation with her. She hugged auntie and tell her she love her, can't trust people. Wow. I didn't know about that. Calling in, searching for brothers and sisters, to even expressing how auntie take her out of depression. She was no friend, she planned it, but you're not going to win. God will stand with Donna. Yes, I believe that, you know, we all know that, I mean, 99 have a kind of blessing will just drop on her. So, you know, you never know. She may very well come out of this very victorious, and it may work against Tatiana, but that will be a journey that they will both have to take together should Tatiana move from the stage of just holding the retainer to doing the action. I wonder what she's claiming, pain and suffering. Well, that we don't know, Jenny. That has not been disclosed to me, but no doubt she will have to position that for the courts. No, makes sense. You tell her that because she don't get influenced already. Colleen, yes, I hear what you're saying, you know, but I'm not going to comment much on that, okay? Because I do believe that Tatiana must have a brain of for herself. You understand me? She must have a brain for herself. And I said it to her, and I said, listen, don't allow yourself to be influenced. I stated it. I never hide that. I said, don't allow yourself to be influenced, right? Because we know that that individual has her own agenda and her own bitterness and her own dislike for that woman. And you have literally gone over there out of spite. And she agreed. She did it out of spite. She did. Okay. She did it out of spite. Right. Because she was angry, because she was hurt. That's why she did it. She never do it because she's always been in this woman's inbox. She do it out there. Oh, she did it because she hurt. So she did it for her 99. The end. Human reaction right there. So, right. So I said to her, don't allow yourself to be manipulated. Don't allow yourself to be influenced and led. If you've got your agenda, I've got nothing to say about that. But I'm saying other people have them agenda, and you're gonna you step into a camp where I have one woody part agenda, and they are going to push you in a direction to carry out their own issues and their own problems. Right? And then I left it at that. God going to open you of all of you. Auntie does right not to say I love you when they say it. Of course, when she tell people she love them fine, she don't know them. Okay, please inform what's the purpose of wrenches. 99 wrenches just want the name called. They're not doing the work of wrenches. Well, my wrenches is all our business about to know. My wrenches are sharpshooters. They don't play. At the end of the day, if they see anything, they know they must delete any name calling, any kind of thing like that that would consider to be harmful to my platform. They remove it without blinking an eyelid. Okay. And that is that. You understand? The haters pushing her to sue 99. Well, 99 need to file a counter sue against Tatiana also. Yes, and that would be the sensible thing to do. If there is grounds for a counter sue, go for it. Go for it aggressively. Protect yourself. Arm up, suit up. Do not back down. I do not believe that, I have not declared who has won the race, have I? I've just said to you whether or not a lawsuit is possible. And I've just said to you that based on the information I've read in the Canadian law, it is possible. So if she wants to counter sue, she can go ahead and do that. All right. Anyway, guys, I have been on here for so long. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. There is one other thing. Hold on. So just to clarify, she's claiming that she does not have to show any damages. She only has to show the slander, the defamation. She only has to bring that, and it will be assumed. So that is that. I don't think 99 should call her because there's a panic. No, she can't do it now. She can't do it now, KK love. There can't be no discussion now. I said if things were different. No, she can't do it now. There can be no discussion now. The moment litigation has started taking place and it's loading, There is no communication, zero communication, excepting through the lawyers themselves. Okay. This, I think that there is a stage in before going to court where they recommend mediation. I don't know if the stage has passed. If the stage has passed, then there's nothing that can be done at this stage. But if it hasn't passed, then perhaps a mediation can happen. All right. Okay. Shy Trini, why are you kissing your teeth on my live? You're just kissing your teeth. Comment if you're going to comment, but don't be kissing your teeth, because I'm going to think you're kissing your teeth at me, and, you know, don't. Right. Say what you have to say. Very informative live. Thank you very much. Big up yourself. Everybody, yes, fast and pray, fast and pray. It was planned. They created horizon mode. Boy, my love, I am not going to say anything like that. That's the kind of stuff that can get you sued, Shantae. Stop saying stuff like that. Okay. 99 should block her period. Well, yeah, of course. Thanks, head teacher. I learned a lot in your life. No problem, guys. No problem. Big up on yourself. But as I said, social responsibility is a must. Think carefully before you type. You know, remember that you are also representing the platform holder as much as the platform holder is representing you. And those of you who have got, you know, jobs as administrators on pages, remember that you are very important, a very important part of that team, because you also watch that platform holder's back and make sure that certain things are not presented that can put the platform in jeopardy. All right. Big up yourself, guys. I'm going to go. All right. Thank you so much for joining my live. Lots of love. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. Please, please, please don't forget to like before you go. All right. Make sure you want to like up the live.